Now at 5 o'clock, winter weather is expected to affect the area throughout the morning, and our team is out and about checking road conditions for your morning commute.
All eyes will be on Washington this evening as the president will give his final State of the Union address. The issues you can expect to be heard from coming up.
And UK will be back in action in Rupp Arena tonight. We'll look at the Wildcats matchup against Mississippi State just ahead.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome into you. Hope you're having a fabulous start to your Tuesday. I'm Rebecca Smith.
And I'm Sean Moody in for Bill Bryant. 2016 is just continuing this whole winter push. It's really started.
You know, we're lucky in December. It was a nice holiday as far as warm weather goes. But now, Micah, you can tell a change is in the air.
Big change in the air. We're going to see that the next 2 weeks, too. I don't see this changing anytime soon. We're going to have bouts of these snow showers roll through every about 4 days or so. There's the first shot at some snow back toward the east and northeastern zones. Another shot is actually about to roll through the northern zones here very shortly. That is what could cause some issues for the early morning commute. Other than that, it doesn't look like commute will be affected that much. That actually comes a little bit later as we have this batch that's going to be rolling through anywhere from 8 to about 11 a.m. is when that slides on in. And we'll start to see that is when you'll start to see some of those accumulating snows. Snow will be likely today around 30 degrees. I'll show you, break it down really hour by hour coming up in just about 10 minutes.
And as you heard from Micah, potentially hazardous weather conditions could soon be emerging around central Kentucky this morning.
Yeah, well, the snow isn't falling from the sky here in Lexington just yet. City officials say road crews have been busy throughout the night getting the roads ready for whenever that snow does begin to fall. WKYT's Mark Barber joins us now live with what you can expect as you prepare to head into work this morning. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Sean. And the flakes actually just started coming down here in Fayette County in the past few minutes. And I want to direct your attention to the vehicles that you see behind me here. They're actually digging into the salt here at the salt barn at the Fayette County Road Department. For the first time, they've been waiting to dig into this very full supply here because they've been waiting for the snow to start coming down. But as we're seeing these flakes start to fly around a little bit, they're starting to load up a lot of these vehicles, as you can see, and then they'll be taking them out on the roads, and then they'll start putting that salt down. Now, up to this point, road crews have been pre-treating the road with a salt brine mix. Now that would keep that snow from actually sticking to the roadways, keep it from bonding down when it starts to get even colder. Now, those crews started preparing for this actually 2 days ago, so getting a big head start on this, targeting a lot of those areas that freeze first, like overpasses, highways, and bridges. Now that is a very big job because the county has 1,200 miles of 2 or more lane roads, so a lot of ground to cover there. So the big question for many this morning, could this winter weather lead to school being called off early? Well, that's a decision that many school leaders will be considering today because we're expecting to see between 1 to 3 inches of snow accumulate as we go through today. School leaders will closely be watching to see if the snow will be piling up during their school hours. Now, we will closely be watching the weather as well. Of course, if any of those delays or early cancellations, closings start to be coming in, of course, we will keep you updated right here. And you can also check our closings tab on our website, WKYT.com. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Very active there at the salt barn this morning.
Yeah, a lot of people working throughout the night there trying to keep everything clear.
Yeah, good work they're doing. Well, President Barack Obama will address the nation tonight in his 7th State of the Union address.
The president says he plans to talk to the American people about the nation's challenges as we begin the new year, as well as opportunities that lie ahead. WKYT's Mike Byer joins us from the live desk with a closer look at the president's final State of the Union speech. Morning, Mike.
Morning, Sean. For the final time, President Barack Obama will give his State of the Union address from the U.S. House of Representatives chamber. During tonight's speech, President Obama is expected to outline his remaining goals as he concludes his second and final term. According to CNN and a teaser video last week, Obama expressed optimism for the year and said his speech would go beyond what he hopes to accomplish in his last months as president, but also in what he would like to see in the years to come. Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis will be in attendance tonight, according to The Hill. Davis and her attorney, Matt Staver, received an invite with the help of the Family Research Council, which opposes same-sex marriage. BereaOnline.com says former Kentucky coal miner Howard Abshire will also be at the speech tonight as a guest of U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Now, President Obama's final State of the Union address will begin at 9 Eastern on CNN. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Mike, thank you. Northbound Interstate 75 is back open this morning after a crash caused traffic to be backed up for several hours. Lexington police say a tanker hauling antifreeze flipped over after colliding with a truck hauling goats near the 8th Inns exit yesterday afternoon. No people or goats were injured. Crews did have to unload that antifreeze, though, before they could move that tanker. One northbound lane remained open the whole time, but traffic was still backed up for miles. Police say all lanes are back open this morning.
Well, this morning, investigators are still trying to figure out what caused a deadly crash in Whitley County. Happened around 5 yesterday on Highway 25 near Mountain Ash Road. It's a few miles north of the Tennessee state line. The Whitley County coroner says 59-year-old Sandy Petrie of Williamsburg died in the crash. The coroner says Petrie's truck ran off the road and landed in a wooded area. She died at the scene.
Despite the cold, family and friends gathered to remember a Lexington teenager who was killed over the weekend. Lexington police say someone shot 18-year-old Caleb Hallett as he sat inside a car along University Avenue early Saturday morning. His death was the city's third murder already of 2016. Last night, hundreds of people gathered to honor Hallett for a candlelight vigil. They didn't talk about how he died, but instead the many ways he impacted their lives.
Never saw him mad. Never saw him sad. Always smiled.
And he felt like he was my brother. He done taught me confidence. How to be myself.
Now, so far, police have not made any arrests in Hallett's murder. There's a GoFundMe page set up to help out with funeral expenses. For information about how you can help out, we have a link at WKYT.com.
A Lincoln County woman is behind bars this morning after police say she killed her mother. Stanford police arrested 51-year-old Michelle Stevens late last night. She now faces murder charges. Yesterday, police received a call about Stevens lying in the front yard of a home in Stanford. Police say when they got there, they went inside that home and found her mother, 78-year-old Carolyn Tiller, dead in the basement. Police say Tiller had an injury, but investigators have not exactly said how she was killed. This morning, fire crews in Fleming County are investigating a fire that killed one and injured another. The fire started around 2:30 yesterday afternoon on Gully Drive east of Flemingsburg. State police say 76-year-old Kenneth Hester was found dead inside the burned home. 67-year-old Lena Hitch was airlifted to UK Hospital. She was listed in fair condition. Firefighters are still trying to figure out exactly how the fire started.
The Whitley County Sheriff says the department will buy bulletproof vests for all its deputies. Sheriff Colin Harrell applied for the grant money through the Kentucky Office of Homeland Security. He says this is a big step forward for the department. But the sheriff says the bulletproof vest costs over $600. After back-to-back games on the road, Coach Cal and the UK men's basketball team return to Rupp Arena tonight.
UK looks to get another conference win as they prepare to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. After losing at LSU last week, the Wildcats regained composure with a win at Alabama Saturday. They look to carry over those winning ways in front of a sold-out Rupp tonight. The game starts at 7 and will be aired on ESPN. Coming up, Sports will have a closer look at tonight's matchup, and I can imagine that weather not going to be too much of a factor for Cats fans. They get out there, rain or shine.
They'll make it out no matter what.
WKYT this morning, just getting started.
When we come back, you'll need to let your car warm up a little before your morning commute. Some people in New York, though, aren't going to be getting inside their cars for a while. That story's coming up on WKYT this morning.
At least we're not looking like that. We do have some wintry conditions going on as we roll through the next several hours. I'll show you when we actually expect the accumulating snow, not just snow starting. It's already started. I'll show you that accumulation coming up. Yeah, we have some snowflakes already flying across the region. We talked about this yesterday, how the start time doesn't mean the accumulation time, okay? So we're already seeing some flakes east, northeast, back toward the north and northwest as well. I think the best opportunity right now to actually see some light accumulation is to the northern zones. You got to go north of Frankfort, north of Lexington. That's where I was talking about yesterday, where we could have some problems with that early morning commute. That's going to roll on through. That will give us some light snow to deal with as people get going early this morning. But if you're looking for accumulating snow, and I threw this on the post last night on Facebook, Mike Harris, WKYT, you can check that out. And always keep up to date, because we get you up to date throughout the day on social media when we're not on air, is that you'll get the snow starting off in the morning, but the accumulation actually comes later on in the morning, mid-morning into early afternoon. Here's the bulk. I know it doesn't look impressive now, but just wait, it will continue to pick up steam and head eastbound, heading toward Lexington here in the next few hours. I'd say that rolls through. Remember, the commute should be okay except for the far northern zones. That's where we could have some issues. But accumulation mid-morning, I'd say anywhere from 8 to 11 a.m. is where you could start to see accumulating snow work its way in from the west and slide into the central zones as well. Into the afternoon, late morning, anywhere from 11 to about 1 p.m. is when you start to see accumulating snow there for the eastern zones. So there will be still some accumulation. I'd say the best chance to start picking up accumulation and when it starts, when it finishes, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., that time to about 3 or 4 p.m. That 3 or 4 p.m. is going to be for the far eastern zones when it starts to end. Gusty winds and also cold conditions toward the afternoon. Winds as high as 30, 35 miles per hour. That could reduce visibilities if you get one of those bursts of snow rolling on through. We call those squalls. You've heard that before. When you hear that, you think, okay, I'm going to get some pretty decent snow. And when you get under those, you do get some pretty decent snow. Off into the evening, that snow has tapered off, and then we go overnight and into tomorrow morning. That's when the teens return. Let's talk about how much you're expecting. Here's what I do not want you to do. I don't want you to look at this map and see a 3 and say, okay, I'm going to bypass the 1. Nobody's seeing 1, everybody's seeing 3 inches in the blue. It doesn't work that way. That is the max you're going to get out of this, okay? 3 inches of snow. So most of us, 1 to 2 inches in the blue. That goes for Lexington, northwest, and eastbound. If you go down towards Somerset and just south of that into, say, Wayne County, Russell County, that's where you could pick up about a coating of some snow. And that'll roll throughout your day. We'll stay dry the next couple of days. Temperatures there in the 20s and 30s. Friday, some rain, and then Saturday, we get another snow chance in the forecast, guys. So, yeah, it's about every 3 or 4 days we get a snow chance in the forecast. We've been holding on that for the past week. I think we do that for the next couple of weeks, too.
And I got to say, it's not that 3-inch number I'm looking at. It's that 9, 8 degree number next week that I'm looking at.
You saw that on the
Holy
Sunday.
cow.
Yeah, it's really cold, bitterly cold.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I can't stand it.
It's coming.
Have to deal with it, right? Well, so I have my ice scraper. I'm sure you do too, right?
Yep. How you doing, actually?
Just waiting there. Well, forget the ice scraper on this. This car owner really going to need like a blowtorch or something. This is up in New York where a combination of icy water, snow, rain, and heavy winds created virtually a car sickle. I don't think we have to worry about that too much happening here.
Thankfully not. That's one of those, you walk out the door, see that, and go, nope, it's a sick day.
I don't think I've ever seen that. You
No,
know?
not at all. Thankfully, we don't deal with that here. It's 5:15 rather now on your Tuesday morning.
We have a look at your money. Stay with us.
Why circus elephants will retire earlier than planned, plus the Powerball winner no one is talking about. I'm Hannah Daniels in New York. I'll have those stories and much more coming up in your CBS Money Watch report.
Welcome back. 5:18 on your Tuesday morning. There's new technology that allows your car to park itself, and a famous circus attraction will be retiring soon.
And Powerball fever spread across the country, but is there already a winner? Hannah Daniels has the latest on your money.
On Monday, stocks struggled to end in positive territory and closed mixed after last week's turmoil. The Dow ended up 52 points. The Nasdaq lost 5. Tesla is introducing software that will allow cars to park themselves. The upgrade will let Model S and Model X SUV owners to park in garages or perpendicular spots without anyone behind the wheel. The car can also exit the spot when the driver summons. The updates will go into about 60,000 vehicles. Drivers will be able to use the software in just a few weeks. The Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus elephants are set to retire this May, a year and a half earlier than planned. This comes in response to continued scrutiny over concerns of animal cruelty. The iconic elephants will be placed in a 200-acre elephant conservation center in Florida. Currently, there are 11 elephants on tour with the circus. Everyone is going crazy for the next Powerball drawing on Wednesday, but few people know that there's already a winner. Lottery jackpots are fully taxable, and big jackpots are taxed at the maximum federal rate of 39.6%. That means for a $1.4 billion cash payout, the federal income tax hit would be about $400 million. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. In New York, I'm Hannah Daniels.
Do you ever check your phone because you think you might have a text, but it turns out there's no notification? I know I might do that every time and again. It's what you might call phantom vibration syndrome. A study of students by a Georgia Institute of Technology professor said 90% of them said they felt the phantom phone sensations. Dr. Randy Smith is an associate professor of psychology at MSU Denver, and she says new messages are exciting and rewarding, and that can turn into an obsession for some.
There's a fear that we're going to miss a text, somebody's trying to reach us and we're not being responsive.
Dr. Smith suggests taking a break from your phone every now and then. Now, she says phantom vibration system, of course, is not fatal, but it's a warning that too much technology may be hazardous to human interaction. 5:20. I'll have that every night. I'll feel my pocket. That I feel something buzz. Get it out. Nope. Sure. Didn't.
It's somebody else buzzing.
Yeah.
Most
Hopeful
likely.
thinking. It's 5:21 now on your Tuesday morning. We have a lot more to come.
Sports is up next.
Once again, John Calipari has to downplay the rumors that he's heading to the NBA, and he says he's not going anywhere. Also, you'll hear from Ty Wynyard and an injury update on Dominique Hawkins as the Cats get ready for Mississippi State tonight. Sports is on the way.
Snow started early this morning, and we're seeing those flakes fly through. Not everybody's seeing them at this moment, especially not down in the southern zones. You won't get any until later on in the morning. But, yeah, we're still seeing that across 68. Highway 11 heads up Flemingsburg. It's heading your way, Moorhead. And then you work up towards, say, Lewis County. There's a little batch heading your direction, Maysville, across 68. Going to be seeing that snow. And then another batch about to roll through. I'd say if there's any issue, which is going to be minor, but any issue there for the early morning commute, it'll be north of I-64. This area right through here. If you were north of Lexington, Frankfort, Winchester, north of, say, Bath County, north of Moorhead, that's the area of concern the next couple of hours. However, you look at this. This is what we're going to be watching as we roll through mid-morning. That's what can bring us some accumulating snow. So really the accumulation, the bulk of it, comes after early morning commute. We'll get into that forecast. I'll show you that, how much we're expecting coming up in just a few minutes. Let's check out sports, see what's going on.
Good morning, everybody. John Calipari downplaying the latest story connecting him to the NBA, which came out yesterday. Cal first responded on Twitter saying he has absolutely the best job in sports, and he plans on being at Kentucky for a long time. Yesterday on his weekly call-in show, he said he's not worried about it at all. He said it's what happens when you're doing well. Calipari did say when the rumors were flying, everybody at UK was trying to get a hold of him. He left his phone at home. He had 50 messages on it. Ty Wynyard has not played yet for Kentucky, but John Calipari has said he does not want to redshirt him. The 6'10 New Zealander was speaking on Monday for the first time as a Wildcat, said he's needed to get in better shape, and he also said he needs to eat better here in America.
Since I've been here, I haven't been eating very well at all. I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't been eating well. That American food, it kind of gets me. But when I was home, I was eating well, and then as soon as I get over here, I'm just eating fried chicken. And I kind of feel like a guy that doesn't really have much pressure on him, so the roof is just up there. You can keep pushing yourself, and I don't know. I don't feel pressured. I don't know if that's because I'm a New Zealander and we don't feel pressure, but yeah, I'm not really feeling anything.
It's all about the food. Mississippi State comes into rep tonight, and Malik Newman will be in town, a top 10 player. The Cats recruited hard. Newman is the Bulldogs' second leading scorer, averaging 13 points a game.
He's having a good year. He's getting better. He's shooting the ball better, playing him a little bit more at point guard, which is something that he wanted to do, and he's going to have a solid rest of the year. That's for sure.
And Dominique Hawkins remains out with an ankle sprain that was suffered in the Ole Miss game 10 days ago. Hawkins not been able to practice, and tonight he will miss his third straight game when the Bulldogs come to Rupp Arena. So it is Mississippi State and Kentucky. The Cats are getting back to their winning ways. The Bulldogs have struggled. They have not won a game on the road this year. It's a 7 o'clock tip, and you'll see it on ESPN. That is a look at sports. Enjoy the game and enjoy your day.